सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishnaha, Yatra Partho Dhanudharaha. The conclusion of Bhagavad Gita is this. Bhagavan Krishna is Yogeshwara. All others are only yogi. He is Yogeshwara. When the attack of Jarasandha on Mathura happened 18th time, that time Bhagavan Krishna told all the residents of Mathura, close your eyes for a moment and you all will be transferred through Bluetooth to Dwarka. And all of them were transferred to Dwarka. Such a great yogi, Yogeshwara, Bhagavan Krishna. Now, can't he do that? Just touch Arjuna and all his problems solved? He could have done that. See, friends, these touch methods are not the way Bhagavad Gita tells us. Okay. All problems of the world are in our mind. Outside there is zero problem. See, when I was talking to Papa, he told me about his pain. That the pain used to be only in the mind, not in the body. Body doesn't have any pain. All experiences happen only in the mind. No experience happens to the body. See, one example which I gave you, and what I have learned. I'll tell you in short. Many people ask me, Swamiji, you are always happy moving around the world. You don't get tired. You are not frustrated. What is the secret? What is the sadhana that you do? Do you do yoga? Do you do pranayam? Do you do kundalini awakening? What are you doing? So, my sadhana is learn from every experience of life. If we cannot learn from the experiences of our life, even God will fail. Just now Panditji has chanted one mantra, Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. If Bhagavan Krishna was a Jagat Guru, he failed to teach Duryodhan, Dushasan, Dhritarashtra. See? He could not teach them because they refused to learn. How important it is. Therefore, my friends, real spiritual practice, the real message of Bhagavad Gita for all of us is this. Everything happens to the mind, nothing happens to the body. This I have learned from my few experiences, I'll tell you, and then this should become a firm rooting. Then we can go ahead in Bhagavad Gita. See, once there was something wrong with my big toe. Like the strawberry, something was growing on that maybe the size of a peanut. So one person came, did namaskar, and he said, Swamiji, what is happening to your toe? I said, it is a wisdom toe. I am developing a wisdom toe. He said, no jokes. This is not good. You must get it operated. I said, okay, I'll get it done. He said, I am a doctor, I am a surgeon, I can do it. I said, come then. I went to his clinic, sat on the chair, put my foot on the stool, and then he gave local anesthesia. And thereafter, 10-15 minutes, he started hammering with a rubber hammer. And he said, how do you feel? I said, I'm feeling emotional. You are taking care of me so. No, 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 not that. Do you feel here? I said, where? That means I had completely separated myself from the toe. Meaning what? Mind is banned entry in the toe because of the local anesthesia. He said, now you can watch. He cut it, remove the whatever he has to remove, and then he said, Swamiji, you are lucky, everything has come out, nothing is remaining inside. And then the blood was coming out. Then he started stitching, and I had no pain. And I realized myself, oh God, now I am realized no pain, although the toe is cut. Aha! For 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, again the pain started. That day I realized this truth. Everything happens only to the mind. Nothing happens to the body. See? But our all the time attention is only on the body. See? How important it is. Another example, a Gujarati house I happened to visit Mumbai for dinner. After the food was over, they said, Swamiji, our Ma is not well, please bless her. Now after taking food, you can't say, I will not bless. So I went, she was lying on the bed, nurse was there, all tubes, and she was in coma. So I talked to the nurse. I said, hey, how are you? Are they paying you okay? If they are paying okay, then till you get the next customer, I pray to the Lord, let her continue for another few months. Meanwhile, they came. How Swamiji blesses. So I took her hand, put my hand, kissed my hand, not her hand. And then only lips movement. Who can challenge what I am doing? I did nothing. What can you do? After all that over, third day he came to the satsang and said, Swamiji, your prayers were powerful. What happened? I was worried. My heart started coming out and going in. What is my prayer? If she recovered, he is in trouble. If she is dead, then my blessings kill the people. I don't know what to do. Then he said, we could not see her miseries. She was suffering so much. And thank God, God has relieved her from the pains. I say, hey, look here. A person who is in coma doesn't suffer. A person who pays the bills, he suffers. Because in coma, we are not identified with the body. These two examples should make it very clear to us that everything happens only in the mind. By the mind, we experience dreams. By the same mind, we experience the waking world. Either accept dreams as real or don't accept the waking world as real. Either write an autobiography of a dreamer or don't write an autobiography of a waker. See, friends, this was the problem that is dealt with in Bhagavad Gita. You know, we are You all have studied Gita, so many things are told in that. Where was Bhagavad Gita told? On the battlefield, between two armies. Okay. Now, so many things are told. Do meditation, Shuchodeshe Pradishtapya Sthiramasanam Mayi eva mana adasva, mayi buddhim niveshaya, do japa, do charity. Can anything be done on the battlefield? Arjun did not do anything. And we keep on unnecessarily, they call in Hindi, bal ki khal utarna, hair splitting. The thing was done. If we want to know the complete Bhagavad Gita in one sentence, that sentence is in our happy mantra that you heard in the beginning. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. This is all Bhagavad Gita. Arjun came to battlefield with complete preparation to fight the war. He was not afraid of war. Then what happened? See, the message of Bhagavad Gita, how we apply, that I am telling you. So much prepared, over-prepared, and I am going to kill all of them. Friends, if our mind is entertaining two negative things, the samsara becomes a tragedy for us. These two negative things were seen in Arjuna by Bhagwan Krishna. The two negative things was, one was the arrogance of perpetual success. We may be able to digest the failures in life, but to digest perpetual success is very, very difficult. He had that arrogance. Kairmaya saha yodhavyam asmin rana samudyame. Who dares fight with me in this war? Let me see. I am the best warrior of the time. See? And second thing, he had bitterness towards the Kauravas. They are bad. Atatai. Atatai means, technically speaking, terrorist. Should be hanged without trial. These are the words used by Arjun for the Kauravas. See? These two negative things in human mind destroy the person completely. And such a person, he becomes thereafter, again two things. One is he becomes paralyzed, and second thing, he becomes argumentative to prove his standpoint. And why this happened to Arjun? This would not have happened had Bhagwan Krishna taken the chariot and placed it in front of Duryodhan Dushasan. Arjuna would not have asked any question. But what Bhagwan Krishna, this is the trick. And this is what happens in our life. Whenever there is a challenge in terms of anything, understand it is God's grace. Arjun was with Bhagwan Krishna for so many years. You all know what was the age of Bhagwan Krishna and Arjun at the time of war? Bhagwan Krishna was 89 years old and Arjun was 86 years old, years younger. Because after the war, Gandhari cursed Bhagwan Krishna. Like me, you will also suffer and see the death of your own children after 36 years. On the basis of this statement, Bhagwan Sri Krishna lived for 125 years. All problems are created by old fellows. Children don't create problems. See, throughout the world, children are happy-go-lucky. Oldies are the problem. See, if somebody has to learn, somebody has to change, somebody has to improve, it is the older generation, not the younger generation. Younger generation is wonderful. See, friends. So, Bhagwan brought his chariot in front of Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya, and then sowed the seed of confusion in his mind. You have to fight the war with your guru and with your grandfather and with your brothers. This was planned by Bhagwan. In this world, nothing happens haphazardly. Every single event in our life is perfectly planned by him. Nothing happens as an accident. Even accidents happen planned. See, this is Bhagavad Gita. So when this tragedy came in his mind, how can I kill my guru? How can I kill my grandfather? How can I kill my brothers? And therefore he himself confesses, I am completely paralyzed. I can't think properly. See, so what we have to learn from Bhagavad Gita, when we are um, too happy, extremely happy, don't promise anything to anybody. Dasharath ji was happy because Kaikeyi helped him in the war. And therefore, in that happiness, he told her, I am so happy you have saved my life, therefore I grant you 3 boons. And the result of the 3 boons is Ramayana. Therefore, whenever you are happy, control yourself. Don't give any boon to anybody. You will regret afterwards. Second thing, when you are angry on any issue, never get into any discussion. Keep cool. Get away. These are all the states of mind. The third thing, when you are confused, don't make any decisions. Exactly this is what Arjuna did. He was angry toward the Kauravas and he started talking. Can an angry person talk good about anybody? When he says, Brahmati vache me manaha, my mind is completely gone, can't think properly. If you can't think properly, don't make decisions. But then he makes a decision. Etan hantumichami gnatopi madhusudana ishubhi pratiyotsyami pujarha varisudana. If you are not able to think, don't make any decisions. He makes the decision. See, this is the foundation of our life according to Srimad Bhagavad Gita. You all have read Bhagavad Gita, studied. This part in the first chapter is normally bypass and we directly go to Sthita Prajna Lakshana. Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha samadhista keshava, and only the tape recorder starts talking. Go deep within. See how important it is. Now one more point I tell you. In 11th chapter, Bhagwan Krishna had shown the Vishwarup Darshan. And in that, all the warriors were entering in the mouth of Bhagwan Krishna in that Vishwarup, and he was chewing and eating them. This is what was told also by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra. Now, had Sanjay told this to Dhritarashtra, and he did tell, after listening this, why Dhritarashtra did not stop the war? Have you thought over? See, Go into the depth of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita understanding without reference to Mahabharata, where it is. It will be only academics, simply giving lectures and all that. No. Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita is inside us. Like when I know, I see that if I do this thing, I am going to die. Then naturally I will avoid that. So when Dhritarashtra heard, this is what Arjuna saw in the Vishwarup Darshan, everybody, Bhishma, Drona, Pramukataha, all of them were entering in the mouth and he was eating them away. Very long description comes. Why he did not stop the war? Because the result was already known to him. Bhagavan also says, Nimitta matra bhava savyasachit. Arjun, they are already killed. Like we write now, thanks in anticipation. They are killed in anticipation. What is the reason? Now here we go till deeper. Bhagavad Gita was told by whom to whom? Bhagavad Gita was told by first Bhagavan Krishna to Arjun. Second, Bhagavad Gita was heard by Sanjay from Bhagavan Krishna. So Bhagavan Krishna is the speaker, Arjun and Sanjay are the listeners. Third, Bhagavad Gita was told by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra. Third pair. And fourth pair, I am telling you. Four of them. Now after listening to Bhagavad Gita, what happened to Dhritarashtra? There is no mention anywhere in Mahabharata. Nothing happened to him. Okay. What happened to Sanjay after listening to Bhagavad Gita? Sanjay himself tells in the 18th chapter, Taccha sansmritya rupamatyadbhutam harehe vismayo me maharajan rishami cha mumuruhu. I again and again think of that Vishwarup and I am so happy, enchanted by that vision again and again. And his conclusion is what? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna Yatra Partho Dhanudhara. Where Yogeshwar Krishna and Dhanudhar Partha come together, success, peace is guaranteed. This is what happened to Sanjay after listening to Bhagavad Gita from Bhagavan Krishna. Dhritarashtra, nothing happened. What happened to Arjun? Nowhere Bhagavan Krishna has asked Arjuna, hey Arjun, did you get the knowledge? He didn't ask. After hearing the whole Bhagavad Gita, Kachit etam shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa kachit ajnana sammoha pranashtaste dhananjaya. Hey Arjun, did you listen the Bhagavad Gita with all attention? And has your delusion gone or not? Therefore, Bhagavad Gita doesn't give you knowledge. Then what Bhagavad Gita does? And what happened to Arjun? Arjuna also says, Nashto mohaha smritihi labdha tat prasadat mayachyuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Hey Achyuta, O never failing Lord, Nashto moha, my delusion is gone. And smriti labdha, now I remember. And therefore, I shall follow your instructions. Now, what was the moha Arjuna was having? See, in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan tells various yajnas. There are about 12 yajnas are told there. That prana, apana, vyana, udana, and all kinds of dravya yajna. At the end he says that Shreyan dravyamaya yajnat jnana yajna parantapa sarvam karma kilam partha jnane parisamapyate. All the problems are born because of wrong notions. Then what is to be done? Tad vijnanatham gurumeva avigachet, Upanishad says. The same thing Bhagavad Gita says. See, tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshana. Go to the teacher and ask them. And then they will instruct you, not in knowledge, but they will tell you where you are going wrong. This is exactly what Bhagwan Krishna did to Arjuna. He told everything in detail. And afterwards he said, see, Vimrisha etad asheshena. I have told you the complete data. Now you are intelligent. Analyze. And yatechasi tatha kuru. Wise people never take decisions for others. Otherwise, people take decisions even for God. What God should have done. See. Therefore, Arjuna says, Nashto moha. Now, what was his moha? His moha was whether he is a grandson to Bhishmacharya, or he is a disciple to Dronacharya, or he is brother to the Kauravas, or he is a warrior on the battlefield. Who was confused? Arjun, the disciple, Arjun, the grandson, Arjun, the brother. But on the battlefield, who you are? Therefore, our Mahamantra tells, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Where are we all? In satsanga. When? During satsanga. What should be we? Satsangi. I have been talking for last 28 minutes. Out of 28 minutes, how many minutes you heard me? Huh? Even this is not heard. Because we are not available 100% all the time. Spiritual practice is only this much. When you are in front of your father, be only a son. When in front of your wife, be only a husband. When in front of your son, be only a father. But what happens? We get mixed up. See? Today I received one email. That girl wrote me, Swamiji, because of my brother only I came to you and I am so benefited and all that. But my brother is so terrible. He uses very bad language and he tortures my sister-in-law. Now their son is also using a bad language and is becoming so bad. What should I do? I am also carrying and I feel something may happen to my child. What should I do? I said, don't meddle in somebody's life. You get away, take care of your child. You are not responsible for the whole universe. Again, Bhagavad Gita. Bhagwan himself told, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. When there is a need, I will come. Have we created the world? We have not created the world. Why we should worry about the world? Then we should worry about what we have created. What we have created? Our family. See? Take care of your family. Then, once you are at peace with your family, then you can extend your family. Like yours is the temple family. Now, you are all together. What is happening in Sudan? So much of terrible things are happening and worrying about it. I don't know why this is happening. Blah, 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 blah. Don't waste your time in all that. See, many people get lost in that. Find out whether this falls in our authority or not. What China should do or should not do. Is there any value for our thinking? No. Why waste time on that? Slowly, we will discover one day this world comes into existence when? One child asked me this question. Very cute. I was in their house for breakfast or something. He said, Swamiji, I have got a question. I said, keep with you. I don't need. I have got sufficient. He said, no, I want to ask you. I said, okay. Question was, when the world is created, where from the world begins and where the world ends? So when she asked this question, I asked her, hey, who asked you to ask me this question? Mummy, cute child. Then I asked her mother, Mama, why don't you ask me directly? I am vegetarian, I don't eat people. Swamiji, I am afraid of you. I said, okay, now listen. Answer my question, no argument. When did you get up in the morning? When you were out of sleep? 7 o'clock. The world is created at 7 o'clock. See? Now, where from the world begins? World begins from our body. Friends, this is what I told you. Learn, learn, learn. There is one big hospital in Bangalore, Narayan Hrudayalayam. Very great hospital. And the founder, everybody, they are very close. So one day they asked me, Swamiji, have you seen open heart surgery? I said, no, I have not seen my heart also. How can I see? We'll show you, come. So I have changed myself and gone and seen the open heart surgery. That body was lying down there on the operation table. The chest was open. For the first time I have seen in my life a collapsed heart. Like earlier days, the football used to have the bladder inside. So like that, it was a flattened white, pale kind of thing. I said, hey, come on, quickly finish, man, he will die. He said, no, Savji, don't worry. He is already on machine. Nothing happens to him. He doesn't belong to this world. See? So when the world is created, when we are identified with the body. Where from the world begins from our body. Where the world ends, when we are again no more identified with the body, the world ends. This is my regular experience. Yesterday I came to Rita's house and slept at night. Now at night, where I am, when I am, what I am, gone. And what is the world? Where? Space. When? Time. What? Object. Desha Kala Vastu. The world is nothing but these three parameters. Time, space and object. It is a matrix of these three by three. See, friends, therefore, what Bhagavad Gita tells is Uddharedatmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet. You are in this world for your evolution. What is to be done to this world? He has promised. When there is a need, I will come. You mind your business. See, friends, we have to mind our mind. That's it. Now, if we are thus non-reactionary to the worldly things in this world, then we will remain at peace with ourselves. A person who is at peace with himself or herself alone can be contemplative. A person who is not at peace with himself or herself is always reactionary. For every small little thing, there is a reaction. A reaction starts from the mind. And the reaction of the mind is words. About everything that is happening in the world, we have a comment, we have evaluation, we have suggestion. Therefore, our Mahamantra is what? Dekho, suno, mat bolo. No need. The net result will be, we will be at peace with ourselves. And when we are at peace with ourselves, you know what happens? Then we will be able to be contemplative. And in that contemplation, we will come to know that it is so simple, friends. Stones and bricks evolved, became plants. They evolved, became animal. They evolved, became human being. What is the next stage of evolution? Only spiritual evolution. Nothing more. So we are in the last step of our evolution as human beings. And a spiritual evolution is, we must be so much empty that He will fill us. Rather than seeking God, let Him seek us. Like when I have to come to your beautiful place, temple, Bethleham. Now, whom I will call or talk to? Kapurji. I am seeking him. He is not seeking me. I am seeking him. Why? Because I found he is capable, he is willing, he is resourceful. Is it not? When we have to do something in our life, are we not searching for a perfect person through which we can get our work done? Yesterday, when I was coming, I was in that Harrisburg. Up to there I came. Then from there, who will bring me? So we contacted Manish Bhai. Then he had some problem. He told Chandra. So I have found out a right person in Kapurji. He found out a right person in Manish. He found a right person in Chandra. Is it not? He has not told any Tom, Dick, and Harry. So when we are searching for the right person, is he not searching for a right person? And what will be who will be the right person? He who is available. To be capable is one thing, and to be available is another thing. See? Our hands are busy in selfish activities, not free. Our speech is busy in self-glorification and condemning others. Our mind is busy in worrying and advising the whole world. How can he enter? And therefore, when we are at peace with ourselves, we have emptied ourselves sufficiently. And in that emptiness, the divine manifests. In Ramcharitmanas, how Bhagwan Rama is born? Bhaye prakata krupala dina dayala. Bhagwan is not born. Prakat, he manifests. Therefore, all the problems are because of this moha, this delusion. The delusion is, I am body. Only two things are spiritual practice. Only two things. One thing is freedom from body identification. Second thing, freedom from the notion that we are a soul in the body. That soul business is what we call in English moral of the story. Tatparya Nirnay, Sanskrit. See? When something is told, why that particular thing is told? So these two things have to be sorted out. Only after body identification, this world comes into existence. When there is no body identification, we are nowhere, we are never, and we are nobody. And therefore, we are happy, and therefore, we snore. Try to snore when you are awake. You cannot, because you are not happy. कब लेक्चर खत्म होगा पता नहीं. See, friends, therefore, all the spiritual practice is working on these two fronts. One is freedom from body identification, and second thing is freedom from the notion that we are a soul in the body. But then why these things are told in the scriptures? Now you are in the right direction. Why this is told? Now about the soul. The soul curry we have to take, enjoy it. We are all expert in blaming others for whatever happens to us. If I am a husband, thank God I am not, I will blame my wife for all the problems. If I am a father, I will blame my children for my miseries. If I am a citizen, I will blame the government and politicians for my problems. In short, we have expertise in blaming others for all the problems of our life. Then what will be our spiritual practice? Try to improve others. The husband will start trying to improve the wife. This is called ashakyanushtanam, impossible undertaking. Then whole life frustrated. Because what we are thinking, I am miserable because of him or her. Hey friends, how important it is. Therefore, our scriptures, out of compassion and love for us, tell this technique. Like when one husband came and spoke to me, Swamiji, I am so fed up of my wife, what should I do? I said, leave her. No, Swamiji, I can't. Why? She is earning. Then, see, this is very important. So, I had to talk to him. I said, look here. For me, all the problems are never solved. No problem is solved. Problems have to be dissolved. Solution of problem is replacement of the problem. आकाश से टपके खजूर पे लटके. We have to dissolve the problem. But how to dissolve? I say, think. Only thinking is the only problem, because avichara kruto bandha vicharena nivartate. All problems are born because of wrong thinking. It can be corrected by correct understanding, not counter thinking, correct understanding. See? This is the beauty of our Vedanta Shastra. There is no freedom for I. Those who take the jiva, the soul, to be real, they talk about the freedom for I. We talk about freedom from I. See? So, when we are thus working on what is the jiva, so I told this person, I said, look here, you answer my question. Husband is a proper noun or a common noun? Inquiry. Any fool getting married to another fool becomes a husband, is it not? Do you require any qualification to become a husband? Anybody can get married, become husband. So husband is a common noun. Common noun means what? All things are common. So every husband has got a problem. Oh, really? I said, yes. Why? Because in the last life, you have tortured your wife. And in this life, she is taking the revenge because she has done Karwa Chauth. She is not going to leave you for next 7 lives. Swamiji, don't tell me all that. No, this has happened. What can I do? Now what you should do? Stop blaming her. Start behaving with her with love and understanding. Then next life she will not be your wife. Okay, Swamiji, I'll do that. Problem is solved, is it not? Now what is the purpose? Purpose is, in the last life you tortured. That means you existed without this body, in other body. And in this body you are. In the next life you will suffer your own karma. So you will be there. This body will not be there. What should be the conclusion? Conclusion is, we are a continuous, unbroken existence. The bodies are coming on us and going away. Is it not? The childhood body has come and gone. What happened to us? Middle-aged body has come and gone. Nothing happened to us. Old age body will go. Nothing will happen to us. This is Bhagavad Gita. See, my friends, every day experience tells us this. When we are identified with the body, body comes, waking world comes, we discard it, we go to sleep. Then the dream body, dream world comes, it goes. Then deep sleep, the absence comes, that also goes. We are the same. Friends, nothing happens to the space. North, east, west, south. This has nothing to do with the space. Space is not holy in the east and not unholy in the south. Space is not holy in the temple and unholy in the toilet. In the same manner, we are neither good or bad in the waking dream, deep sleep or samadhi. We just are. Therefore, how to live in today's world? This is the way. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, remain 100%. Don't mix up. All oldies like me, when we are in front of our children or grandchildren, the same thing. When we were children, who asked you? See? We have only past, we have no future. No, what future I have got? Zero future. But what I have got? A long past. So if I have got peanuts in my pocket, can I distribute chocolates? I'll take out peanuts only. So I'll keep on talking about my past. Be attentive. When we talk about our past, our body identification becomes firm. Because past belongs to the body, not to us. So if we have to live Bhagavad Gita in day-to-day life, this is first step. So what to do with the past experiences which we have collected so far? Only one thing we can do, by which we can delete them. And that one thing is, do not talk about your past. These are the things we have to learn. When we talk to others, we talk about our past. When we talk to ourselves, we talk about the future. Net result, we are not in the present. And option is, you have to live only in present. We have no option. We cannot live yesterday, we cannot live tomorrow. And therefore, worrying, I don't know what is going to happen. One person asked, Swamiji, I don't know what is going to happen. If you don't, relax. If you know, be prepared. Where is a place for worry? But then that becomes our second nature. And then a worried person can never be happy. All the time frustrated, frustrated. See, this is exactly what happened to Arjun. He started arguing with Bhagwan Krishna, worrying about, see, if this war happens, then there will be lot of bloodshed, all the warriors will be killed. Then the society will be left with only ladies. Then the external forces will come, they attack, and there will be crossbreeding, and then a new breed will be formed. Then they will not do the karma, puja, pothi, or pindadanam, and therefore all the dead people, they will go to hell because nobody has done the pindadanam. Oh God, what is going to happen because of this war? I am not going to fight this war. All these things Bhagavan Krishna didn't know. Arjuna has to teach him. Hey friends, therefore, if we have to practice Bhagavad Gita, live only in USA, live 100%. Don't go back. The other day, one boy, I asked him, now he is a doctor, he's grown up now, married also. When he was small, class 6 or 7, in Australia it happened. I said, hey, do you go to India? Yes, Swamiji, every year we have to go. That's a pilgrimage for us. Tell me something when you go to India, what is that which I do not know? He said only one thing. What? When we are in India, we talk about Australia. When we are in Australia, we talk about India. You are in America, live in America. If you go back, if you can be happy here, even God cannot make you miserable. And if you are miserable in India, even God cannot make you happy. This is Bhagavad Gita. See? This divided personality is tortured. See? And this is how our kids are in a confusion. One of my friend, I asked him, I said, hey, your son and daughter now they are grown up, working also. What about their marriage? Swamiji, if I get an invitation from them that, Dad, we are getting married, please drop in if you get time. If we get it, we will feel ourselves lucky. And God willing, exactly the same thing happened. They have already decided. Everything, date and everything. Dad, we are getting married legally. You come for sign and all that. And if you want to get us married according to your will, this puja, that puja, we are ready for that. Obliging. See, friends, try to accept the life as it is presented to us. Arjuna was not ready to accept the war. Everything is necessary for our evolution. And that can happen only if we take this spiritual practice. We have to learn from our every experience. Now, what is the importance of this? When we learn from our experience, we grow wise because we are learning. And if we do not learn, only react, then we go otherwise. How? See, in our childhood, sometime, whatever reason, we have touched the fire, lamp or candle, something like that. And we got burned. So we have learned fire burns. And therefore, when we are grown up, do we have hatred for the fire? No. Because we have learned. Exactly the same way. If we learn from our experiences, mind will remain pure and without any impressions of likes and dislikes. We'll stop reacting in life. Normally, we don't act, we normally react. And conversion of the reaction into action is the creed of Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, in today's satsang, this is the takeaway. Wherever we are, whenever we are, whatever you are, be 100%. Now, this will not happen overnight. It will take its own time. So start by this small experiment. Right here. After going home, who knows? Right here. For next 1 minute, do not talk to yourself. Stop. Now, what we have to learn from this experiment? When you do not talk to yourself, you don't think. They do the other way around. Think whatever you have to think. But don't use words. 1 minute more. Think any topic, but don't use words. See, you cannot think. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is mind, when it becomes grossified, it is words. Like water, when it becomes grossified, it is ice. When the ice melts, it goes back to the water. In the same manner, when we reduce our non-stop blabbering to ourselves and to others, to that extent, we come back and dissolve ourselves in the pure mind. We are not doing anything. This message of Bhagavad Gita is how much time, energy, and efforts it will take for a husband to be a man. Can the husband ever become a man? No. He is already a man. He became husband. In the same manner, we are divine. We became somebody because we have fallen. Where? In words. See. Therefore, in the 18th chapter, Bhagavan gives the austerities with reference to mind. Mana prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha. Mauna, silence is the discipline of the mind, not that of the speech. Many people put a patta on their mouth and they don't talk. Why? Mauna. That is a dumb thing. Talk when necessary, but don't talk to yourself. See the change that comes in life. And when we stop talking, then the truth is revealed. Remaining in this poise and then conducting the day-to-day business of life is the way to practice Gita in life. With what we come in contact with the world? With the mind. And if the mind is not under our control, how can we do anything? Suppose somebody has got that what disease, I don't know, constantly moving, and if he has to do the surgery, will he be able to do it? See? Therefore, we have to mind our mind. The first takeaway, according to Bhagavad Gita, is mind our mind. And when we thus start, then we will start thinking positively, not negatively. Arjuna's thinking was negative. What Bhagavan did, removed the negativities. And then he says, Karishye vachanam tava. Now I shall fight the war. See, friends. Remaining things we'll see tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.